Russo's Playbook. Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another episode of the NFL Rundown here on Russo's Playbook. You can catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can also read up on our blogs at russosplaybook.com. But we got Pat here today. What's up, Pat?
What's going on, guys? What's up, Russo? Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. What's up? We got plenty of NFL news to run down. Of course, we're still talking about the draft. There's plenty of things to touch on there. We also got some of our picks for Rookie of the Year, offense and defense, as well as some win totals I want you guys to possibly jump on early before the season starts. But let's kick it off with some topics about the draft. So, what teams do you think most improved in the draft, man?
I would have to start off with my Jets. I think that they killed it.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy with the Zach Wilson pick. I know a lot of people were skeptical about the Elijah Moore pick, not taking a cornerback, especially with Asante Samuel Jr. still on the board.
Yeah.
But no, I'm happy with it. I think that they have a good thing going. They did everything possible for Zach Wilson, making him feel comfortable as the quarterback for the New York Jets, getting him Elijah Vera Tucker, another wide receiver, and really just kind of getting the picks in order to give him the confidence he needs to succeed. So that was one of my winners. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I got the Jets for sure. I love everything you touched on. I love everything they did. But I also got the Browns. I think they got to be right up there, number one. I mean, they had a stellar draft. They improved their defense, offense adding more weapons. And I got a couple hot takes here. But OBJ better watch his job.
Is that right?
Anthony Schwartz is not a wide receiver to mess with. That man's out of Auburn. He has speed. He can catch. He can run clean routes. I mean, the guy may possibly squeak in there. And if OBJ's hurt again, he'll be taking those reps. And I think he'll be a surprise starter for them, really, to be honest.
Yeah, and not to mention, you just picked up that rookie, and why pay OBJ all that money if he's going to be continuously getting hurt, but yet you have a guy, fresh legs, not expensive, and being just as productive. So that is something definitely to look out for. You're right. But yeah, you said it before too, the Browns defense, scary. That is a solid defense.
Yep.
And it's just crazy. A few years ago, they were the laughing stock of the league. And man, did they do a complete 180.
Yeah, they really turned it around for themselves. They're doing a great job. I love the direction they're going in. Another winner I wanted to touch on. How about the Eagles?
The Eagles? I think they needed so much improvement. If they did anything, it would have been an improvement in my eyes. But hey, yeah, they got Devontae Smith, definitely the guy I think they wanted. They needed a wide receiver, so why not go out and get the Heisman winner?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are skeptical about his size and his weight, but when you make that much separation, I mean, does it really matter? I mean, I know you can't fair catch a slant route, but it's interesting. Hopefully he can put on some pounds, but I still think regardless he's just so good and such a threat.
Yeah. I think like you said, regardless he'll be good. He's a baller.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it in the SEC with Alabama. That's some of the toughest competition in college football you're playing there.
Without a doubt.
So if you could take hits there and win a Heisman Trophy, I think you can make it in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a dog too. Like when he was at Alabama, he was a gunner on special teams. Like if you're a gunner on special teams, like you're taking hits, you're getting hits. Like it's just he's tough in that aspect. And on top of that, when being a wide receiver, he was great on the run blocking too. For a guy that size to be effective as a run blocker, I mean it says something. The kid's got heart.
Yep. And then another team I think had a sneaky good draft and improved a lot after it is the Detroit Lions. I mean, I think it all depends on Jared Goff and how he comes back and plays, but he's going to be angry. He's playing angry. He's going to have, that passion to show people, and the Rams specifically, hey, I'm better than you thought. You know what I'm saying? You traded me for a different quarterback. Well, I'm better than that quarterback. I think he has that chip on his shoulder. I mean, you draft a guy, Penei Sewell, fell to you. Best tackle in the draft. He's going to be starter day one. You got a good receiver, Amon St. Brown, I believe his name was, out of USC.
Yeah.
He's a speed demon as well. He's going to be good for them because they obviously need weapons.
I mean, yeah, they just got rid of Galladay, so to pick up a wide receiver in the draft, a good one at that, makes complete sense. Yeah, it seems like they filled all the holes they needed to fill. Hopefully that organization can just figure out a way to win. I'm happy that Stafford isn't there. I'm a big Stafford guy, and I think that he needed a change of pace, so hopefully Goff is the guy for him.
Yeah, for sure. But let's get into some teams that are we see on the decline, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think the one that just blows my mind after the draft, and I think a lot of people might disagree with me, but the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, for you to not take Penei Sewell in the draft after your first-round pick, the number one pick in the draft, the Heisman winner last year, Joe Burrow, goes out with a leg injury due to the lack of offensive linemen you have, it just doesn't make any sense. I get him and Jamar Chase played in college, but he's not going to be able to throw him the rock or any other wide receivers the ball if he keeps getting sacked.
Thank you.
So
I agree.
It just didn't make sense to me, but I don't know. What other teams do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%. I don't know how you don't take Penei Sewell.
Just mind-blowing.
Yeah. But I got the Saints, number one on the list right now. Obviously, losing Drew Brees, you're going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough transition. You got Jameis Winston back there, but you don't know how he is. Taysom Hill is not a full-time quarterback. I don't care what you say. And they drafted Ian Book out of Notre Dame, which I'm not a fan of. I didn't think he played good ball at all at Notre Dame. But it's skeptical with the quarterback position. And then the defense also is a little shaky. They couldn't re-sign Trey Hendrickson, who they had a great season for them, so that's going to be a miss. And there's plenty to still fill out, and I don't know if Sean Payton can turn out those quarterbacks as he did Drew Brees. You know?
No, I definitely don't think Drew Brees is freaking Drew Brees.
Yeah,
he's not Jameis Winston. He's certainly not Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's a Swiss Army knife, in my opinion. I don't think he's a starting quarterback. I do think Jameis Winston will show some sort of improvement. I know he got that eye surgery, so I don't think he'll be throwing the ball directly to middle linebackers anymore. So hey, it'll be an interesting season for the Saints. I'm curious to see who's going to really take the reins on that offense.
Yeah, for sure. And then another team I wanted to touch on real quick, I think, is on the decline. I think it's the Falcons, and it's not because, listen, they got great players on their team, all right? It's not because they don't have talent. I think it's more so because the talent is getting older.
Sure.
So will it perform the way you wanted it to, 2-3 years ago when you were competing for a Super Bowl? I don't think it's turning out the same way this time. There's rumors they might trade Julio. So, I mean, if you're getting rid of Julio, you added Kyle Pitts, which is a great pickup, but I don't know. Is Matt Ryan going to be the guy from 2 years ago? Is Matt Ryan going to be on the decline now because of his age, how old he's getting? Offensive line is getting older. I mean, that's definitely a team for me to look at. Could be on the decline this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And I never really thought about that until you said it. That it is an older team, an older offense. I mean, Todd Gurley's their running back. I think he has 1.5 knees. So that's a very good take, and I think that they could have done better in the draft to more, I guess, solidify longevity within their offense. What is that, taking a quarterback if there was one available? I mean, I'm happy that they did something in terms of with Kyle Pitts getting an offensive weapon for Matt Ryan, as he's kind of on the older side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, they're open to trading Julio. They're listening to offers. So. Hopefully the Jets make one.
We can only dream, right?
Yeah.
But actually, now that you talk about it, let's move into a Rookie of the Year.
Alrighty.
If the Jets did get Julio, I'd 100% have Wilson number one.
Me too. I mean, Zach Wilson, he's gonna have everything he needs, I feel, to make an immediate impact within the Jets in that offense. I know I said it before. They were so bad though, and any type of improvement is a major improvement.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to see what goes on with Wilson. Fingers crossed. That's all I got to say. I'm not gonna get too excited. I don't want my soul to get ripped out of my body, but excited to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. And then just to run down who I got top 3, I think it's going to be Lawrence, Wilson, or Fields.
Yeah, I mean, I like Fields for it. If he manages to start for the Bears over Andy Dalton, which, Jesus, he better.
Yeah.
It's just, come on now. He has a real shot at doing it because I feel like he's a player that can go out there and improve that team. Hopefully Matt Nagy doesn't, hold him back too much from doing so. And, yeah, that's a great pick.
Yeah, and as well as Lawrence, obviously number 1 pick. Jaguars went 115 last year.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there's such a high level of expectations for Lawrence though, and if he doesn't, reach those expectations, he could be put to the wayside for rookie of the year. So just something I think to keep in mind.
Yeah, fair point as well. And then how about offensive rookie of the year? I'm thinking Jalen Waddle going back with Tua in Miami. I mean, that could be a good combo. I know many were saying he's the best wide receiver coming out.
For sure.
So, I mean, I think that could be a good pickup there.
That's a great one. I wanted to say Devontae Smith, but it's just, we don't really know the quarterback situation in Philadelphia right now. They're saying there's a QB battle between Hurts and Joe Flacco, which makes me want to throw up.
Laughable.
It's disgusting. So until that gets, I guess, addressed, he's kind of a question mark for offensive rookie of the year. But I like Kyle Pitts. He still has Matt Ryan, like you said. He's on the other side of things, but he can still throw the ball. And that offense is just so electric. Someone's going to be open, and I think Kyle Pitts is just such an athlete and such a tool for that offense that he could have quite a year.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that 100%. Because even though, like I said earlier, Matt Ryan can be on the decline. But Kyle Pitts is such an athlete, as you stated. I mean, he'll be your safety blanket. He'll be over the middle. He'll be, going deep. I mean, he'll be all over the place for them. So, regardless of the decline, he'll still get those targets.
Absolutely.
And reps, sorry.
For sure. No, I mean, you're throwing the ball. If he's covered, Julio's probably open. If Julio's covered, you have Ridley, who's probably open. So, no, they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah. And then defensive rookie of the year. I'm thinking there's 2 you got to really look out for. You got J.C. Horn, who went to the Panthers. I think he'll be number 1 corner. I think he'll be locked down from day 1. And then I also got Kwity Paye, the edge rusher from Michigan. He went to the Indianapolis Colts. I know they got, I'm forgetting his name, Darius Leonard?
Yeah.
Darius Leonard, there we go, the linebacker. But I think he can... Leonard's a good roaming-wise, but I think Kwity Paye is going to be that pure edge rusher coming off the edge every single snap. I think he could have a big year for the Colts.
Yeah, that's going to be quite a duo. They're going to be filthy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But no, I do like that J.C. Horn. I think that they needed help on the defensive backside of things over there in Carolina, so I feel like he'll make an immediate impact and make his presence known.
Yeah, for sure. And then I wanted to touch on the win-loss totals. So I checked them this morning. They're all up to date. So if you wanted to check these out, I got a few good ones that I like a lot. I'm going to start off with the Giants over 7 wins at minus 120. I think they'll be competing for that 8-9 win range as long as Danny Dimes takes those steps forward, and he has the weapons to do it. And then I got the Jets over 6 at 130. I truthfully see them as a 7-win team. I'm not saying they're going 10 wins. I'm not going crazy, but I can see them winning 7 games, realistically.
Yeah, I think they'll win more than last year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And fingers crossed at 7. I think they have the team to do that. I know it's going to be a process for that team to get where we want them to be.
Yeah.
But hey, I think 7 wins is a great start.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got the Vikings, actually. I like them under 8.5 at plus 125. Let me restate that. I love them at under 8.5 at 125 because what I think is Kirk Cousins is finally going to hit that wall.
Sure.
And he's going to shit the bed, go under, and we're talking weeks 13, 14, they'll be out of it and starting their quarterback they drafted, Kellen Mond out of Texas A&M. I think he'll be taking over from there. I think they're finally going to realize Kirk Cousins is not going to bring them to where they want. I don't see them winning more than 8.5 games.
Russo, I usually agree with your takes, but this one I'm slapping the hot take sticker on it. And the only reason because is like that offense is so good. Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen's coming back healthy, Justin Jefferson's coming to his second year. Like they have some dogs, and on top of that, like within that division, you know, you have the Bears, who are thinking about starting Andy Dalton as their quarterback, and Matt Nagy still as their head coach. So, like, I mean, I know they took Justin Fields, but they're kind of still a question mark. Like, that defense isn't that defense from a few years ago, so they're still a question mark. We don't really know with the Packers with this whole Aaron Rodgers thing. It's just like, what's happening in that division right now? I don't know. I think I get where you're coming from, but I don't know. I feel like that offense is too electric with so many weapons for Kirk Cousins to not find some success.
I hear that. I think, I don't know, man. I don't see Kirk Cousins, because he gets these 3 years, $90 million guaranteed contracts like he's done something. And he's still just that middle of the road quarterback that brings you almost to the playoffs, you know, and you're fighting every year to get there. I think he's finally going to hit that wall where he's not going to be fighting to get there. He's going to just fall off, because that's where he should have been, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great story as a fourth-round draft pick coming in for the Redskins, being better than RG3 at the time, because RG3 was dealing with injuries and stuff. And then he wants a contract, so they trade him. He goes to free agency, so I get it all. I get it. It's just, he was a fourth-round pick for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, he played above expectations, but I think he'll be coming down to earth again.
Alrighty. Hey, if you like that, then
I'm all alone on that one. I gotcha. I'll own up to it. We shall see this season.
Shall see. Hey, if you prove me wrong, I'll gladly shake your hand.
I'll get a clap it up one of these episodes. And then the last one I wanted to touch on, the Washington football team over 8 wins at -125. I like that one too, man. I think their defense is stellar. I think I actually was scratching my head at the draft pick, first-round pick linebacker. I think it was Davis out of Kentucky. But I was scratching my head for a moment, and then I realized they have a 30-plus year linebacker already there, so they need somebody younger. He's a talented linebacker that can cover the tight ends. You know, he could slide in the slot and help out there. So I think that was a huge pickup, only makes their defense better, and I think the defense is what carries them over 8 wins.
Absolutely. I mean, that team is so young and so good. They have talent on both sides of the ball. I said it before, I'll say it again. I love them winning that division, so I love that pick of over 8 wins. I think it could be well over 9 wins, over 10 wins. They're a solid team, a very solid team. So the sky's the limit for them right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how we'll wrap up this episode of Russo's NFL Rundown. You can catch it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can also catch our blogs we'll be dropping weekly on Russo'sPlaybook.com. And we'll catch you guys again next Sunday.
Peace.